Ryan from Niche Facts here, and today I'm going to discuss how to start a book blog that makes money. So there are a lot of posts online about how to do this, and a lot of them are just showing you how to install WordPress and choose a hosting plan. So I'm going to do something a little bit different here, and I'm going to take a look at some of the big sites that are having a lot of success in the book niche, and how they get traffic and how they make money from that traffic, which is really what you want to do. It's really the basics of internet marketing. So on my site, and I'll have a link for this in the description, I took a look at Goodreads, which is a really big, famous book blog. And so using Ahrefs, you can see that they're estimating they get 33.5 million organic visits a month, which is absolutely stunning. And I use Ahrefs to take a look at what they actually rank for and kind of parse the different themes that these keywords represent. So for example, if you go to my page, you can see all of the top 1,000 organic keywords that they rank for. You can see things like book titles like Ready Player One, author names like Stephen King, literary genres like erotica, quote series like Godfather quotes, and book recommendation queries like best fantasy books. So you can scroll through this and get a sense of how they're getting the organic traffic. And then you could also see on the side the difficulty of the keyword. And you can see for some of these, there's very low difficulty. And that's the stuff that I would focus on. Frankenstein quotes, 8,700 a month, keyword difficulty 4, Godfather quotes, difficulty 3, 10,000 a month, and so on. You can even sort this, you can even sort the list by difficulty. You can download it right here and just play around with it and see all the different keywords that they rank for. And the reason why keyword research is so important is that when you're starting a site, especially if people that are trying to get into book blogging, you may have no idea about how to get traffic. So if I scroll down a little bit here, you can see this is where Goodreads gets its traffic from. You'll see that 53% of the traffic comes from organic search, 38% of it comes from direct. And so most sites, the bulk of their traffic is going to be organic, people searching for the content. And if you're like a regular site, not like a big famous brand like Goodreads, number is going to be much higher. The search number is probably going to be like 80%. And maybe, you have a bit more social, you're not going to have the direct. Direct traffic comes from people just typing it right into their browser because they know the site and they come back to it time and again. That's a really big number for direct traffic. So if you're starting a site, you really want to be focusing on the organic. That's where, especially for a new site, that's a great place to start. Even though the organic may take a little while to get going, it is the foundation you want to lay. It's trying to target some of these keywords and basically rank for them. And so I dug a little deeper into one particular keyword, memoirs of a geisha. So for Goodreads, I took a look at their memoirs of a geisha page. And you can see all the different subtopics. There's book, quote, more quote, review, setting, PDF. So these are the keywords. If I was creating memoirs of a geisha page, a book review, this is the stuff I'd want to optimize for. So in terms of how they make money, I also took a look at Publishers Weekly and their members of a geisha review and took a screenshot of just basically how they incorporate ads into the content. So this page here, you can see there's an ad here, there's an ad here, ad there, and then this is an Audible. Well, actually, this is an audiobook sample from Penguin Random House. It's not an Audible link like I initially thought it was. So they're a very big brand, so they may have some type of special deal with Random House. Maybe Random House is paying to have this placed here. I don't know, but you could do something similar with Audible. I'm not in the Audible affiliate program, but they might provide sort of embeds like this that you can use and people click through and then buy and then you get a commission on it, something like that. This is an affiliate link here. Or even, I don't know let's see what they're actually using. Oh, so you click it and it expands and you have the affiliate options. So that's really it. I mean, it's not that complicated at the end of the day. It's like you want to get the keyword research down, you want to produce decent content. I think this content probably reads really well, but at the same time, I don't think it's formatted that well. I don't like to see a big wall of text. And also from experience, I know that the best performing ads are the ones that appear inside of content. People have like banner blindness around the edges. And then if you go to this on mobile, I don't know exactly what that looks like, but all of these sidebar areas aren't going to appear on mobile, or at least on a mobile friendly website. So you want the ad to be inside this content. So they may have some technological restrictions that are preventing that. I mean, maybe they just not aware. I'm sure that, they must be aware. But anyway, the point being is that you can do something like this pretty easily. You don't even focus so much on getting all this stuff exactly right. Like, just get your content created. It's easy to figure out how to insert an Amazon affiliate link. You don't need to have this clever little widget area thing. Once you have enough traffic, you can run ads on the site as well. So in terms of what I would do, I've touched on this a little bit already. I would really focus on the keyword research. It's so important to get this stuff right. Just optimizing your content. Maybe, for example, you're doing a true crime type of book blog, and then maybe this is, for example, say this is a Fear is the Mind Killer. Maybe that's not a true crime keyword, but regardless, so you're doing true crime, you can do this type of keyword research with a tool like Ahrefs or SEMrush, and I'll have a link in the description for those. And you can find these keywords to rank for, and that's really the foundation of a website. I would do this keyword research so that at least I have a chance of getting some traffic. So I would get like 1,500 plus words for each post. I'd focus on content quality. You'd probably be writing some of this stuff to start, presumably because you're passionate about books. Outsourcing it can get expensive. And in a niche like this, maybe people are expecting, higher quality content if they're reading literature, reading books. But that said, you don't even really need that amazing. They don't even need content that's that amazing to rank, or even that long sometimes. Like, it's something you have to play around with. I would suggest going long form in the beginning and then tracking your keywords and just seeing how it kind of evolves. Maybe you can get by writing something like this and you're ranking with like 300 words for what you're targeting. So that's something you have to play around with. Like, long form content is expensive, but maybe you outsource 300 to 500 words and you can afford that, and it's pretty good quality and you end up ranking for it. It's kind of something you need to play around with. User experience is really important. Like, search engines today, they really analyze the site experience that readers have. So if Google sees that people are coming to your page and they're bouncing from it, they don't like this content, for example, they're going back into the search engine results page and finding a different result that they like better, it's going to devalue you in the search engines. If people don't have a long session duration, it could harm your ranking. So the point being is that you really want to emulate what other sites are doing. Like, find some of the book blogs that you like and try to copy some of the features and make sure that it's readable. The content quality feeds into the user experience. You want the user experience to be good. You want it to load fast. And these are sort of the technical factors that you can do some research on. But it's something you really want to pay attention to. You don't want to have some ugly, slow site with bad content and then expect to do well with your readership. It's just not going to happen. And then another thing I suggest doing is mapping out, doing a mind map. So if I did a mind map for tennis, and you can see how I broke things down. And this is so crucial. When I started building sites, I didn't do this, and maybe you're looking at this now and thinking, I just want to get started. Let me just get it underway and I'll figure it all out. Having a mind map is so useful because it orients the direction of your site. So for example, within tennis, I discovered all these sort of subcategories: tournaments, coaches, schedule, memorabilia, brand, stats, all this stuff. And then I even broke it down further. For example, tournaments, there's the Swiss indoors, there's the Qatar Open. Within equipment, there's rackets, shoes, strings. Do the same thing for books. Like, if it's books, maybe this would be science fiction. And then beneath science fiction, you'd have authors. You'd have Within authors, maybe a deeper category for all the books that that author has written. So it's a way to structure the site and then to also figure out how you want to write content. So you're not just randomly producing content. Say you want to do science fiction, you want to cover one author, and you want to cover 5 of that author's books. So that would be a way that you could organize things pretty coherently, save yourself a lot of stress and aggravation. The other thing you can do is focus on social. And I'm not like huge on social myself. A lot of my sites see primarily organic traffic, but I did do a Twitter case study that I did 10 authentic Twitter comments a day for 30 days. And so this was something, it's like with organic, when you're starting a site, organic is going to come really slow and it's going to be frustrating. You know, I have some sites, like I have a site I started in January and maybe it's getting 100 visits a day and I'm, you know, someone good at what I'm doing. So it takes a long time. But if you're doing social, you could theoretically go viral overnight, you know, or not even viral. Say you do decently well, you could be getting hundreds of hits to your site a day within, you know, a couple days if you're good enough on social. So you could use a tool like Stencil. So I have it kind of queued up. If you open, it's actually an extension that I paid for. I got a lifetime deal on it. So you could do things like this where you open it up and you could add text to images. So, you know, best books. You could do very quickly just like share this content, share images on your website to a lot of different social platforms. But if I were doing it and I had a lot of time to kill, you know, if this were my only site, I would do something like I did in the Twitter case study where I'm commenting on Twitter every single day, maybe 10 a day, or I would do it on Quora or Reddit and just getting people to look at my profile and engaging with my content. So that's something I would consider doing, because if you're just starting out, organic is slow, social can be fast if you're consistent with it. The other thing I recommend is really honing a process. So in this example, I said you write 1 book review a week, share it with customized graphics to all your different social media platforms, and on top of that, maybe do 10 comments a day on Twitter. And do that for 90 days. So at the end of the 90 days, you'd have done maybe 4 posts a month shared across all your platforms, and you'd have all the content, all the comments that you've done on social media. You will see some click-throughs. You will be getting traffic if you do something like that. And then when it comes to monetization, I would look at, you have affiliate marketing, you got display ads. Display ads, you need a lot of traffic to make good money. So they're generally calculated on like a CPM basis. So 1,000, if you're getting $10 CPM for the ads on your site, theoretically, you would need 1,000 visits a day to be making that $10. So if you had 1,000 a day, you'd be making $300 a month. With affiliate marketing, on the other hand, it's a lot easier to make money from small amounts of traffic. So for example, Amazon is currently providing a 4.5% commission rate on physical books, and a range of different bounty payments for people purchasing Audible book. So I'll click through to that. The link is not working. Well, anyway, if you go to the, Amazon book affiliate category, for some reason the link wasn't working. So if you go to book, see physical books 4.5, and then when it comes to Audible, so any customer that purchases an Audible audiobook, 50 cents. If someone signs up for a free trial, it's $5. If you get someone to sign up for a gold digital membership, it's $10. And there's a bunch of others. The gift of an Audible 1-month membership plan is $5. So that's sort of, I definitely stick with Amazon to start in the beginning. You can see how Publishers Weekly is doing Barnes & Noble, IndieBound, Zebra Books. I'm sure these guys try to find better commission rates than Amazon, but they're not going to convert as well. So that's sort of the math of it. So yeah, for monetization, I'd focus on the Amazon side of things, and once I had enough traffic, say you get like 250 visits a day, I would start to play around with getting the display ads up and running. So I think it's a very fun niche, and if you're just starting out in blogging or internet marketing, it's a great place to be. Even though there are ways to make more money online easier, like higher ticket items. If you're reviewing medical equipment and they cost $500 a piece, you're going to be getting bigger commissions than selling somebody in a $10 book or a $10 audiobook. It's just not as big a affiliate payout. But at the same time, there's a lot of keywords, as you can see in the Goodreads keyword research table at the top of the page. There's a lot of keywords that you can go after. And people are always producing new books, and this traffic is going to keep on growing for all the books that are out there. There's just so many. And then people don't just search books. Like, look at this one, 1984 quotes. Quotes are so big. They do really well in SEO and on social media. So that's something, you're not just resigned to writing book reviews like I would do. Like if I'd have a whole silo of content just on like book quotes. You could do so well on that. The whole site could just be book quotes. I mean, there are sites that do that. It's pretty crazy. I even wrote a whole niche review of sites that do, let me see where it is. I did a whole report on quote sites. And it's pretty crazy. Like this Brainy quote is getting 8 million organic traffic visits a month. Absolutely insane. So yeah, it's a fun niche, and a lot of people, they go into internet marketing and maybe they're not motivated or interested in the content they create. They don't really know what they're doing, and they end up kind of burning out and giving up. So I think sometimes it's a good idea to follow your passion. And if you're really into books, like definitely go for it, but just keep in mind that you want to plan for traffic and monetization. You want to have a coherent process to acquire the traffic and convert people on the affiliate offers. And you could also capture emails and do all that. This stuff is pretty basic, actually. It's not that hard, but you really just want to make sure that you sort of follow these steps that I outlined here. You want to do the keyword research, make sure the content is decent quality, the user experience is good. You want to play around on social, especially for that quote stuff. You can do really well for stuff like that. You want to make sure you stick to a process and have measurable outcomes, and you want the monetization to be on point. But don't be too impatient. Give it time. Give it half a year, before you expect to replace your income. When I first started, I replaced my income within 8 months. And that was me as a maniac, just like every single day hammering it, and just hammering the most like profitable affiliate products I could find on the internet. So the book niche is not going to be as lucrative as that, but you could hammer it as hard as I did. Every day I'd wake up and I would do 1,000 words spoken into my iPhone, just talking into it, because that content was gold and I knew it. And I have posts on one of my sites that make over $1,000 a month. I just looked at it like every word was pure gold. So I hope this examination of how to start a book blog helped you. Let me know in the comment section what you think about this idea and this niche, and whether you're going to get into it.